So I wanted to go live like I don't know, probably like 30 minutes ago, right? I then decided to take a hit of some real cannabis, just a small hit, and I was like, yo, now I don't even feel like doing this. But whether I feel like doing this or not, I just drank some coffee. Hopefully that'll help. Um, I seen. I want to wait a second, but I seen this. I didn't see the whole thing, but I seen this podcast with Aubrey Marcus and this one dude. Um, I really liked the podcast, but I liked it for many different reasons. I liked the one dude that Aubrey Marcus was talking to. Like a lot of people, I don't know the dude. This is the first time I've ever even heard him speak or seen him or whatever. It's the ideas that he holds that are it, y'all know me. If you don't know me, I'm someone that loves to think deep, right? I love to push boundaries with ideas because as a human race, we get too comfortable with thinking we already know everything. So we think we think good and evil exists in the way we think. Like the current understanding that we have of good and evil, humans just assume that's what is, right? So I like the fact that this dude was talking about this, right? Because as I've been doing my thing, right? As I say, traveling dimensions with psychedelics and doing this thing, right? I've come to an understanding as well that good and evil are human concepts. Light and dark is real. Yin and yang is real. Duality is real. But when you start naming one as good or bad, that's when it gets complex because all it is duality, right? The push and pull of the universe. So humans will go through things and they'll perceive it as something bad, right? I've been homeless before, right? In the winter with no car, slept on the bench once, used the snow as a fucking pillow. Like I went through a breakup. Like I have videos on this channel where I'm bawling my eyes out like a baby because I went through this breakup, right? It was so shattering. It was such a shattering experience, but yet you can say that was a bad experience. But that bad experience was the kickstart to become the man I am now. So how bad was it? It was so bad that I was crying on the floor. I was now alone. But it's a perspective shift that can turn something bad into something so powerful. So that's the problem. Um, Jagul, all these names I'll be butchering, but what's going on? But I don't know. As I was just watching, I didn't watch the whole podcast. I want to go back and watch the whole podcast that I seen with Aubrey Marcus and that dude. But it just had me thinking about this whole thing that I kind of think that same way. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because the dude was talking about how he was talking about some extreme situations, right? Now I have my own extreme situations that I've gone through, and because they're my own personal life, I have the right to say every bad experience, every horrible thing I've ever gone through is somewhat good. Um because it helped me be it wasn't, and because it was somewhat good, was it ever somewhat bad, and was it ever good? And that means it's just experience. It's just what is. It's what we go through. And then our perspective of what we go through will then get what we get out of it. So for example, when I went through the breakup, I was sad as fuck. So I made a bunch of music. And the music happened to be a little more sad toned, like the frequencies that I was choosing were like I was emitting my sadness out into the music. But I do that same thing when I'm happy. So like happiness can create a song, but sadness can also create a song. So is the sadness bad? Like is a sad song bad? Like, and is a happy song good? Like do you know what I mean? Where the problem with this idea, because the dude that was on the Aubrey Marcus podcast, I know Aubrey Marcus was like, because this idea is hard for humans to grasp, but like the problem with that idea, it's a truth, right? But there are truths of reality that humans, at their state of consciousness that they're all at, cannot handle. So, like, if every human was some enlightened being, they'd be able to handle the truths because if you say there's no good and bad, there are some humans that will then be bad just because they say, well, there's no good or bad. But like, I understand the truth of there's no good and bad, there's no good and evil, it's not real. But you don't see me going out to do a bunch of evil shit. But I'm not trying, and what I'm about to say, I don't ever want someone to break the law. But because I know there's no such thing as good or bad, I'm able to do like I use psychedelics the way I did, even though they were illegal. Right now, I'm not saying anyone, I don't ever want anyone to do that. What I'm saying is that I'm a conscious being that has a conscious understanding that me using psychedelics is not good or bad. It's not bad just because the humans, the unconscious humans, think it's bad. Like, so right now, cannabis is legal now. But when I was smoking cannabis when it was illegal, was that bad? Like, is it because I'm smoking it now and oh, because it's legal, it's good? Like, so when slavery was legal, was that good or was that bad? Like, this is what I mean, where it's like good and bad is complicated. And the best way you can truly know what good and bad is by being a conscious being, a conscious, loving being, right? Because obviously slavery was bad, no matter what the fucking law said, right? So, but you would be considered a bad man if you broke the law. Like, so there's a complicated problem there, which requires conscious beings to make conscious decisions as they're moving through reality. Because this reality that we're in, some of the laws are completely fucking horrible. They're evil law. Like, it's like some laws are actually evil. So then the people that break those laws are technically good, but then to the society, they're bad. But like, you know what I mean? Like, so like, the problem is with this truth, this idea, is you can cause humans to go into fucking chaos because humans will start doing bad shit. They'll start breaking the law. They'll start all the like, you know, whatever. So there's certain ideas that should just be said with caution. Like we should just be careful with certain truths, with certain realness, because humans sometimes misunderstand or can't fully have self-control with certain things. You know, like so yeah, I don't know. Seeing that podcast with Aubrey Marcus, it just had me thinking about this shit, right? Because then it had me thinking about the psychedelic experiences I've had, right? Where I've been in contact or like I've been face to face with the pure light of the universe, and I've been face to face with the pure darkness of the universe. Like humans humanize everything. So like they when humans look at these deep spiritual shit, They'll be like God or the devil or good or bad, good and evil. Like it's this we humanize things, and then we got it too much attached to ideas and our own shit. And it's like, well, when I was face to face with the pure light of the universe, a human would call that God, including me. But then it's like I'm face to face with the pure darkness of the universe, and then it's like, what? Am I supposed to call that the devil or the whatever? And it's this funny thing because women, like, because it's a polarity issue, right? Because that's how the universe is. It's light and dark, yin and yang, up and down, masculine and feminine. But who is evil? Women say men are evil. And men who have been heartbroken say women are evil. Which one is evil and which one is good? Or is it just a polarity? Is it a north and a south pole on a magnet? Like, is it because we all have it's just an interesting thing. And yeah, technically the darkness is bad because it doesn't feel as good as the light. But that's kind of how we judge everything on is based on how it feels. Like good tends to feel good, loving, caring, comforting. Bad tends to feel bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like painful and whatever. But if it wasn't for the pain, I wouldn't be the man I am today. If it wasn't for everything I have gone through, which humans would consider bad, then I wouldn't be who I am. So I guess the point is to not hate the bad, to actually try to find a way to love it. Not like, and then when I say this, humans get all like, oh, so what if, they bring up the extreme shit, like people getting kidnapped and, you know, forced to have intercourse without their consent, or like, they're like, oh, so what about these situations? It's like, obviously that's bad, but like, as I was listening to this podcast from the Aubrey Marcus thing, the dude was talking about stories that he's helped some women who have been in those situations. And like he's helped enough people where it's like you can't deny it. And yeah, you might not agree or like what he's saying, but to the woman who has been able to face that and get over it, she's probably happy that she was able to get over it, because there were other women who went through the same exact situation who can't get over it because of their perspective. Everything in reality is based on your perspective. Your perspective will create what, like, the thing. So yeah, it was horrible. I've had a horrible life. Boo hoo. Like, I've been homeless more times than I can count. I can't afford to fix my teeth yet. Like, yada, yada, yada. Boo hoo hoo. I got shit. Like, everyone got problems. It's the perspective, right? It was like, well, I can't afford to fix my teeth, but I can work on every other aspect of myself. So it's like, you can have the perspective of you're focusing on the one bad thing that you can't fix or the one problem, or you can have a perspective switch to fix, well, I can't work on this, but I can work on all this other shit. Or you can say, well, this was a horrible thing that I went through. How can I become a better woman so I can maybe speak about this so other women who have been through the same situation don't have to feel alone? Like, it's a perspective shift, bro. And like, life is fucking shitty. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Unless you're rich and privileged, then you don't get it. Like, because I've been through fucking hell, but I don't even look like it. So when I tell people what I've been through, or my life, or who I am, or I don't look like what I've been through, and I don't look like what I'm living through, but that's because of my perspective. But when it hits people of where I am, and who I am, and what I've been through, it shocks them. Because how could I be this confident, this positive, this happy, this whatever from everything that I've gone through? Well, because of my perspective. That's how. That's all. So, oh shit, my arm is fucking tired. Arm was getting sick of holding the phone. It's starting to shake and shit. Well, that could be all the coffee I drank. But yeah, I don't know. Seeing that podcast just made me think about this. And it just made me think about how like all of it. Like I like just how like even my psychedelic experiences, how I was face to face with the light of the universe and the darkness of the universe. And I got a trip report about how like whatever, but it's just something I think about how it's usually not what humans think. Because humans are attached to their humanness. Like and it's like because I have this like deep spiritual understanding, majority of the time, like or at least right now, I'm like a 50-50 balance of light and dark, yin and yang, because I have to be, because life has been fucking hard and shitty. So if you're privileged, you don't have to use dark energy. You don't have to use your darkness, your ego, your whatever. You don't have to get rough or tough or whatever because life is comfortable enough for you. But if life gets uncomfortable for you and shit fucks up, you're gonna need a little bit of toughness or you're gonna drown in reality. Like, so I feel like the light and dark is not bad. Like ego and soul, the thing, it's like just understanding how to fluctuate between them and separate and know who you are. I am the soul, but I have this ego or this like I am the light, but I have this darkness that I am able to use if I need to. I don't want to, because like right now I'm a little more rough around the edges or a little more whatever than I would like to be. I don't necessarily want to be a full 50-50 balance of light and dark. I would prefer to have the light be like a 70% and the dark be like a 30%. But yeah, wouldn't we all prefer some other shit? You know, I don't know how to explain it. Life isn't perfect. Shit goes wrong. So then the ego's not a mistake. I don't feel like God or the universe or whatever made some mistake by having darkness or ego or this thing there. I just think it can get out of control if you have no self control. I'm a very self disciplined person, so I'm able to use the darkness if I need to and then let it go when I need to. Like, so it's like this dark energy and this light energy fluctuates through reality, right? It's the push and pull of reality. It is literally the power source of reality. Like, if there was only light, it probably wouldn't, the energy source wouldn't last long. It needs a push and pull to keep producing energy. Like, so, like, it's not necessarily good or bad, but if humans become conscious, we can start reducing the bad in like human experience. Like we could start reducing the darkness in the human experience. Because as we've been seeing with these whole release of these files, there's a lot of underlying darkness that has been running reality. And it would be probably a better reality if it was an underlying light that was running reality. Because when darkness is not up front, it goes underground. So, like, I'm upfront about having darkness. I'm a spiritual person who says, yeah, I'm a modern shaman, I'm a spiritual being, but I'm not afraid or ashamed to say I have darkness in me. We all do. And if you say you don't know yourself. You don't understand reality. Like, you're hiding from that part of yourself, but that is part of yourself for right now. Yeah, when we're dead, we can let the darkness go. But for right now, it's a part of reality. And it might not even be darkness like evil like we think. Because when I say darkness, I don't think evil. But other people might in their head be like, oh yeah, evil energy. And it's like, no. Like all these people get too attached to old ideas. They're like, dark magic and dark evil and the devil, and these are all old ideas from old humans that came up with an idea, but maybe all of their ideas are completely wrong. And maybe we should just erase all of human history and start from scratch. Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna get going. I appreciate y'all for watching. Much love to y'all.